Hey guys, Taylor here and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you've already been here, thanks for coming back. So I'm finally coming at y'all with my full coverage summer sweat proof foundation routine. So if you are interested in seeing how I created this look, then please keep on watching. Before we start the video, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Please turn your post notifications on so you get notified every time your girl uploads a video. And follow me on Instagram. And with that being said, let's jump right into the video. Alright you guys, so my brows are already done and I went ahead and I did my eyes off camera. I used the Huda Beauty Empower eyeshadow palette. I just mixed the two brown shade and I blend that all over my crease, and then I went in with this single shadow from Sephora Collection on my lids just to give that little sparkly touch. I will have both linked down below for you guys. And on my lips I have the Cay Skin lip balm. I am going to prep my skin with the Tilbury magic serum. By the way, for my lashes I did use the Sephora Collection lashes in the style Charming. I will also have that linked down below, but I'm going in with my Tilbury magic serum because I like to let this sit on my face for a bit before I go in with anything else. So for primer, this product isn't marketed as a primer, but I've been loving it as a primer. This is the Yummy Skin Blurring Balm from Danessa Myricks, and I use the shade Universal, and I usually just scrape out a little bit, warm it up on my hands, and then apply it to my face. And this, I also let this sit on my skin before I go in with my foundation, just giving it time to do its thing. The reason why I use the magic serum from Tilbury is just so that I can maintain a hydrated base, because some of the products that I am going to be using are more on the mattifying side. So using this product, my skin will still stay hydrated. As you guys saw, I went in with the Danessa Myricks balm and my skin still has that glow, and that is because of the Tilbury magic serum. And something about this serum is going to keep my face hydrated enough to where these products don't dry my skin out. So if you haven't tried this, give it a try. This is pretty much just a liquid version to the magic cream from Tilbury. I love both, but the magic serum is better for the summertime just because it's a liquid. It's a little bit more lightweight on the skin, but still giving you that hydration that you would get from the magic cream. So for foundation, I'm going to be using the YSL All Hours foundation. I use the shade DN5. This has been my most used foundation so far this summer just because it gives me coverage and I don't have to use a ton of product to get that coverage. It is a matte foundation, but it's more so soft matte. It is very skin-like. If you want a foundation that is going to give you skin, but it's going to be long wearing and it's also going to give you coverage, this one right here is a must-have. It is a great foundation. If you want something that is more for everyday wear, you can check out my everyday makeup routine that I uploaded. Something that is a little bit simpler, that is going to give you coverage but also skin-like, and it's not on the matte side. As you can see, I don't need a lot of this foundation and the shade match is everything. I did do one pump and I didn't even use the entire pump. The only thing with this foundation is that it has fragrance in it. So if you have sensitive skin, please be mindful of that. But the shade match on this foundation is everything, y'all. And I do not need a lot and it feels like second skin. I am using the 106 brush from Cay Beauty to blend out my foundation. Foundation is on, and as you guys can see, my skin is very textured right now and the foundation is not emphasizing any of my texture. It is not clinging to any of my dry patches. Like, it just evens out everything. It didn't take away too much from my glow from like the Tilbury magic serum. Everything still looks hydrating, but trust me, this is going to wear all day. For concealer, I have been loving my Nars concealers. I am back on my Nars concealers. I'm going to be using the shade Amande. I'm going to mix two shades. I'm going in with the shade Amande first. I don't need any coverage around my mouth. The foundation pretty much did everything, so I'm not going to apply any concealer around my mouth. I'll just pass over it with the sponge once I'm blending my concealer. I'm going to go in with the shade Caramel, also from my Nars concealer, just to brighten my under eyes. I don't know if you can see the difference in shade. So this is with caramel and this is without. And I'm just tapping a little bit under there. Before I go in with my cream bronzer or my cream contour, what I've been doing is I've been going in with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. I just finished a bottle of this, so I had to pull out one of my backups. I've been spraying this all over my face. Usually when I use this, I use it at the end of my routine and then go in with the Onesize spray. But lately I've been spraying it during my routine, and then at the end I'll go in with a more hydrating spray. You guys will see what I'm going to do, but I'm just going to spray this all over my face. And I find that doing this really helps with the longevity of my makeup. I am going to take some of the setting spray and I spray this onto my Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer. I use the shade number 4, and then I pick up the bronzer. This just helps it to go on a lot easier. I pick it up on a brush. I'm using the E4 brush from Morphe. I tap off the excess and then I apply it to my face. I don't know if you guys can see. So this is it. And I'm not going in with too much bronzer, just a little bit. This doubles both as a bronzer and like a cream contour, but you have to use like the tiniest bit because it can look a little bit muddy if you go in with too much product. And I'm just going to take back my foundation brush and just blend over the rest of my face just to press in that Charlotte Tilbury spray. I'm using the Shop Miss A Pawpaw sponge. You can get them from Amazon. I'll have them linked in my storefront. And I'm using this to blend my concealer. I'm going to add a tiny bit more of the shade Caramel. And I try my best not to drag this out too much. I don't know if you guys can see, I'm getting coverage without using like a ton of product. I'm giving flawless but not heavy. Like I don't look like I have a ton of product on my skin. My skin feels very lightweight, so it's perfect for summertime. I haven't done a makeup tutorial in a while, so I did change a few things. Another thing that I did change is how I set my face. I am going to be using the Onesize translucent setting powder, and I've been using this on a brush, you guys. So I'm going to use my sponge to blend any crease in. And then what I've been doing is I use a brush. This is the 108 brush, and I pick up the powder, tap off the excess, and then I go in with a light layer of powder under my eyes just to set. If you find the Onesize powder a little bit too drying for you, try this technique. I've been loving it this way. If you feel like you want to stop here, you can, but I am going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder. This is in the shade number 2 medium, and I'm taking this on a puff. And what I do is I pick up the powder, press off the excess, and then go in with this under my eyes again. This is going to act both as a brightening powder, but also lock my makeup in just a little bit more if I need it. And I'm just pressing this in. I find that doing this, I get less creasing, my makeup wears a lot longer, and I don't have a ton of product on my face. Because usually I'd go in with like a ton of one size and then still go in with this powder. I feel like doing it this way, my makeup just looks a lot more flawless. And I'm going to set the rest of my face with this Nars Soft Matte Powder. This is in the shade Seafront. And I'm using a 103 brush from BK. And this is a very lightweight powder, also very long wearing. It's going to lock your makeup in all day, but it's like skin-like. I'm going to go in with a little bit of powder bronzer. I'm using this one from Raine. I haven't used this in a really long time. This is in the shade Sienna Babe, and I'm using a E3 brush from Morphe. I'm not going to apply too much bronzer to my forehead just because it's a little bit more textured. I'm focusing this mostly on my cheek area, and I'm not going in with too much. You see, just a light layer. I was supposed to go in with cream blush, but I forgot. Luckily, the blush that I'm going to use can be applied as a cream blush or as a powder blush. This is the Yummy Skin blush from Danessa Myricks. I have the shade Primadonna, and I'm using a angled blush brush from Raine. I'm just going to pick it up, blend off the excess, and then apply it to my cheeks. Just for a nice blush, not too much. By the way, I did do my lower lash line. I just used the same shades from the Huda Beauty palette. And for mascara, I used my Fenty mascara on the top and then Rare Beauty on the bottom. Now that I'm pretty much done with my face, instead of going in with the Charlotte Tilbury spray again, I am going to go in with another spray that is pretty much going to add a little bit of hydration back to the skin before I go in with the one size spray. And I am going to be using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This is more of like a finishing spray to me. And if you have anywhere else to blend, you can just grab your sponge and blend it in, or just press that spray in. And then when it's almost dry, I go in with the One Size Until Dawn. This is going to help with the longevity of your makeup. And I go in with a very thin layer of this spray. I kind of have to stop my breath when I'm spraying it just because it has a very strong smell to it. So this is what the face is looking like. It looks matte, but my face doesn't look dry. If you look at my forehead, you can still see my dew, but best believe my face is going to hold up all day. For lips, I went in with my Sephora lip liner. This is in the shade Molasses. And for lipstick, I'm just going to use whatever is on my table. I'm using this one from Huda Beauty. This is in the shade Anniversary. If you want some really good nude lip combos, I did film 2 videos, so I'll have that linked up above. It's in a playlist. I'll have it up above for you guys, so you have tons of options for nude lips. For gloss, I think I'm going to do a mixture of Morphe Flower Crown, and my Pat McGrath gloss in the shade For Real. And I like to take out my lip liner to touch up. Alright you guys, so this is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I did change a few things in my routine, so if you want something that is a little bit more simple, a little bit more for everyday wear, I will have my everyday makeup routine linked up above for you guys. But this face right here is what you reach for when you need longevity, when you want your face to last for hours in the heat of summer. This is what you reach for. And as you can see, after using all those products on my face does not look cakey, it does not look heavy, my texture isn't being emphasized, like everything just looks flawless. Let me know if you are going to try this routine or if this video was helpful. Everything that I mentioned in this video I will have linked down below for you guys. Once again, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.